What's up? Holy shit. I realized my hair is an absolute disaster. You can't even see my face. All right, there we go. Here we go. Walking Dead season 8. This is going to be the first vlog. I'm just going to say this is the first vlog. Oh, I didn't realize Negan was so small. Well, actually, you know what? He's small because he's... I guess season 8's going to build him to be a small guy now that he's losing his power with the war going on. Obviously, we have a new photo. That's the title of this video. It came out a day or two ago. Usually, this is the week leading up. It's the week leading up to Comic-Con that they release photos from the next season. And so, this one's no different. So, the photo that we have, you can see it, is literally, and I'll supersize it here. Obviously, Entertainment Weekly. There's the plug or whatever. So we have Carol and Daryl. It's nice that we get to see some of the characters that were away for so long meeting up. I'm not sure if any of you guys realize this, but Rick and Carol didn't have one conversation for the entirety of Season 7. Maybe in the finale, they have a conversation, like, oh, where have you been, blah, 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 after she comes to, help them. But we don't see one conversation. She obviously talks to Daryl when he finds her in the house, but she has, like, little to no conversations with any of the characters from Alexandria. It's the only people she really talks to is Ezekiel and Morgan. Those are the only two people. And then maybe some of the other Kingdom people, like Benjamin. She saw him in the woods once. But for the most part, it was just her kind of isolated. So I'm assuming Melissa McBride's going to enjoy of having, more dialogue and conversations with the rest of the cast. I imagine that, having limited dialogue and... I mean, Lenny James is a phenomenal actor, so I wouldn't, really take offense to that at all, but... I'm trying to resize all this. So yeah, cool photo. She's still got her... sorry. Anyway. Must go on. She's got her Kingdom armor on, as you can see. She got, like, the plates on her boots. Or, like, the shin guards. And then she's got the arm guards. I never understand, like, a lot of people were, like, I remember saying in Season 7, like, I don't understand the armor the Kingdom wears. Like, it's exposed in different areas. The only armor I'll ever understand is Morgan, because he's wearing Benjamin's armor, so obviously it's not going to be sized properly, but... Like, Ezekiel has, like, a breastplate, but, like, there's other areas where, like, they're just, like, the armor covers, like, one area, like the pectoral area or, like, near the stomach. But then there are other places where it's just exposed. I mean, think of how Benjamin was able to be shot in the first place. The guy shot his femoral artery in his leg, and he wasn't wearing any armor. It was just jeans, and it fucking, blasted a hole in it, and he bled out. So, the armor can take some bullets, I guess, in certain areas. Like... If Ezekiel's wearing it maybe over his heart, that's a vital organ, so I guess that's helpful to have covered. But, I don't know, like, just makes me wonder. Especially, like, if the armor serves a multi-purpose, like, it can defend you from gunshots, but also zombies. I mean, think about it. I mean, if you have, like, a large coat, or think about in Season 4 where Glenn had the riot gear, and he was able to run out when the prison was on fire. He was able to run into the giant horde, and they were slashing him and biting him, but he had the riot gear on, the helmet and everything, and they weren't really kind of doing anything with it. So, yeah, that's just, I don't know, my opinion. I heard some people talking about that and stuff. So, we're still on the same schedule for The Walking Dead and stuff for all the vlogs that I told you about. Not this weekend, but the following weekend, we'll have the trailer reaction. And then, obviously, this weekend is Game of Thrones. So, I mean, still, there won't be much Walking Dead content, obviously, until October when the show airs. Since Fear the Walking Dead is going later than it usually does, it looks like The Walking Dead's not going to air until, like, Halloween weekend or something, which is really weird. So, I mean, it aired late last year, too. It was, like, the second to last or the last weekend in October. And that was a bitch, because that was the cliffhanger. That was the big cliffhanger with who got smashed in the head. So, but obviously, I mean, this is more of just an anticipation. This is not really a cliffhanger. This is kind of an anticipation of wars and battles and stuff that we kind of know is going to happen. So it's yeah, I mean, it's everyone's together. The whole the allies, the enemies. It's just fight. It's going to be cool. And I guess from what Scott Gimple said is that there's going to be a lot of interactions with characters that didn't have interactions in season 7. And he said that it's going to be that times a million. I believe that was his quote. So there's going to be a lot of these conversations between friends, like Ezekiel talking to some of the Alexandrians as he hasn't spoken to. Maggie hasn't really met anyone from the kingdom. So it's like all these, all the good guys, the community's kind of chatting with each other. They were only just getting to know certain members in season 7. So now this is kind of like, all right, we got to know our allies, so we know that who we're defending on the battlefield and such. So I don't know if you can probably see it in the back. One of the posters I have on my wall is the comic book for The Walking Dead issue 149. It's called The Devil on Your Shoulder. It's a bit of a spoiler for where the show's headed, so I won't really say it. It's got Rick and Negan in it, and Negan's kind of standing over Rick's shoulder, like holding his hand like on his shoulder as Rick sits in a chair. His face is obscured, can't really see it. He looks troubled, so interesting cover, but I like it, so I have it framed. It's pretty cool, but all right, I mean, other than the image, not much else to talk about. Again, I'm going to be making a whole bunch of prediction videos probably throughout August. Like, once Game of Thrones ends, which is only 7 episodes, it's going to be short. Like, as soon as we jump into this second to last season of the show, it'll be over before you know it. And there'll be 1 season left of Game of Thrones, which it's like the biggest show on television right now, so that's probably going to... you're going to need something else to to fill that void. And, I mean, The Walking Dead will be going into its 9th season at that point. So, I'm assuming the war with Negan will end by the end of Season 8. So you'll probably be in a bit of a stagnant period for The Walking Dead. I'm going to assume, again, the show does things differently, so we really got to judge Season 8. If Season 8 is a good season and we see promise, then, maybe The Walking Dead can kind of hold up the drama entertainment industry, perhaps. But it's going to, these days, Stranger Things, Westworld, both shows that I binge watched the first season, they knocked it out of the park. Stranger Things season 2 is coming back this fall, so there's a lot of kind of drama, action, fantasy television shows that are kind of stepping up to the plate. So it's not just Walking Dead. Walking Dead's been out for a while, but I think it's got to have a killer season. I think episode 100 in the battle that's going to be coming. I think that's really their chance to knock it out of the park. So, all right, that's it for me. I'll see you guys later. You can just chew on this vlog, predict stuff for the show, and I'll have a whole bunch of predictions throughout August after Game of Thrones is done, and probably even into September concerning The Walking Dead and what I think. Because the trailer is going to be a lot of shit to analyze from the trailer and what I think is going to happen from there. And I want to offer my predictions on all of that stuff. And I don't really have much to predict now. I've kind of already done a lot of predictions. We only have 1 image, and it's just 2 characters in an obscure location near a building. They're just, looking. It seems like they're kind of just waiting. Daryl's got his crossbow on his bicycle, and he's just kind of waiting for, what's going to happen next. Maybe they're gathering forces near a checkpoint to invade or cut off the Saviors or something. So we don't really know. There's not much context. It's just the 2 of them. We only have their attire and their vehicles and weapons to go off of, and that's about it. So, all right. See you guys later. Comment any suggestions or, things about the show you want to see below. Sorry that you see 2 of me all the time. I know. I mean, the reason is because this is a screen cap of my screen up here. That's usually where, if I'm live streaming The Walking Dead, I'll watch it from my computer. And when I record whatever I use to record the show, I'll put it in that box. So right now, there's nothing being recorded because it's just me. So, and as much as people would love for the show to go in that box, I can't do it. Copyright stuff, I already run into enough copyright stuff just by having it in the upper right hand corner or back corner, whatever freaking corner I'm pointing at. So yeah, it's just the way it is. So, alright, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.